Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a fantastic day so far. In today's video I am going to be just sitting and playing with makeup. These are all products that I have been looking forward to using when it comes into spring, and I have decided, as you're seeing this, I think it's around about the middle of March, I have decided it is time. I am embracing the spring makeup. I am embracing the pastels, maybe a little bit more colour, but still wearable. Everyday wearable pastels. That's the vibe that I'm going for today. I've got my new headband on. Big purple puffy headband. I've got a flowery dress on. I'm feeling all the spring vibes. So let's just get into it. I will also say I'm on the new camera again. I've changed up a few settings from the last video. Let me know, is this better or was the other video better, the last one that I posted? Either way is fine. I'm still like figuring things out. I've changed up a few settings. I've changed up the lighting a little bit. Honestly, I wish I could explain how little I understand about cameras and technology and lights and microphones and everything like that. I have no idea. It is all just absolute gobbledygook to me. I have no idea. But hopefully this is in focus. Hopefully this is lit quite well. Everything sounds okay. I'm just here and I'm playing with makeup, and I hope that this is somewhat enjoyable for you at home. So starting with primer, I'm going in with the Revolution CC Swirl primer. I haven't used this in the longest time, and it's like one of my favourite primers. In fact, it's my favourite primer, so I'm like, and my skin is so red at the minute. I have definitely been overdoing the retinol, which is, I'm the only one to blame for that, but I need a little bit of colour correction today, so I'm hoping this blue is going to dial it down a little bit. So I will just give that a little minute to sink in. I feel like where I've been touching my face, that's definitely getting redder, but foundation will do wonders for me today, I feel. So I'm going to be using today the Lottie London Velvet Skin Tint. I have this in light medium Y020, so I'll give this a little shake while that primer sinks in. So I'm just going to apply as much as I think I need of this foundation. Oh, this has been in my drawers, so it's really nice and cold. Like, my heating's on and everything, so it's quite warm in here, probably not helping with the redness. And I'm going to use a sponge, don't judge, it's dirty. If you can't tell. It is the end of the day. I got home from work and I was like, I just want to sit and play. So I came upstairs, washed my face, took all my makeup off, got dressed in something that wasn't quite so work, and yeah, I'm filming. I've had a whole day. It is very much the end of the day. It's almost like, what is it that's going around on TikTok at the minute, like pre-shower makeup, where you just sit down and play with makeup before you go and get in the shower. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm gonna be filming this. I've got another video that I want to film, and then I'm gonna be going to bed. So ultimately I'm not leaving the house. I don't need this to look any certain way, apart from the fact that I'm posting it on the internet for as many people as want to subscribe to my little channel. As many people as want to see it, I suppose. But I feel like, you know, I'm just in my spare room. I'm alone. I can do what makeup I want. This is my pre-shower makeup. I already knew that I love this foundation. I already know that this is a favourite, but this is spring. Like, this just feels like spring, summer. It's lightweight. It feels like nothing. It feels really nice and hydrating with that primer underneath it, but it's still really nice and glowy and juicy. That is my vibe all year round, but especially coming into spring. I'm just going to use a little bit of my 17 concealer. I will just put a little bit across my cheeks as well, because like I say, I've been overdoing the retinol, so I just need a little bit of help. So that is the concealer all blended in. I love this combination. I'm so here for it. I'm going to use, I feel like bronzer, I don't necessarily change up with the seasons. I'll just grab for whatever bronzer I want, but I haven't used this one in a while, so I wanted to dig it out today. Another 17 product. This is the Glow and Define bronzer. That's what the colour looks like. So it is almost like cooler. It's a very fair tone, and they did have multiple tones for this bronzer, so you could, you know, get something that matches you. But I really like this. It's ever so slightly, I was about to say glowy, but it's not glowy. It's just like soft, and it's like a really natural amount of colour. I really need to dig this one out more, because every time I go into my drawer I just sort of skip over it. But it's so pretty. It's a really nice undertone, especially if you're very fair. It's quite hard to find bronzers that don't just come up orange, and this one's really pretty. See, now in real life I feel like I'm sufficiently bronzed, and then I'm looking on the viewfinder and I'm like, but you still look really pale over there. Like there's something a little bit off with my colour settings, white balance, all of these things. I'm learning on the job here, but I will just apply a little bit more in case I don't look quite bronzed enough. But it's a really nice colour. I love this bronzer. Note to self, use this one more. For blush, I've brought two over, but actually looking at my skin now, I think I'm just going to use one of them. First up, the new e.l.f. Camo, What Are You? I can never remember the name of these. Oh, it says it on the side. Come on, Millie. Come on. Camo Liquid Blush. This is Pinky Promise. How beautiful is that colour? But I actually think, I know it's blush, but I think that's a bit too pink for what I want today. So I'm going to go in with this one, which is my favourite one from like last summer. I am amazed that there is still product left in here, because I have used this so much. Like last summer, then when it came into autumn I switched over to the berry shade, but this is Peach Pleasure, and it's just the most beautiful colour. I prefer these over the e.l.f. ones. I feel like a drugstore dupe. I prefer these ones. I just think that the colour is more pigmented. I feel like the amount of glow is better proportionately to the amount of blush that's in it. I just felt like the e.l.f. ones, I'm like trying to look for my blush whilst I'm talking. My brush, sorry. Brush. Have I mentioned it's the end of the day? I feel like the e.l.f. ones are more like a highlight with a bit of blush, whereas these I feel like are a blush with a little bit of highlight, which is my preference. Obviously it just comes down to preference, like you do you, but I prefer these ones. So I'm just gonna squeeze a little bit out, and then I will blend with a Real Techniques Expert face brush. Just tap it in. These work really well over powders. Like obviously the bronzer that I used was a powder, and I just think that these are a nicer finish on the skin for me and what my preferences are. So before I continue, I'm just going to sort of set down the centre of the face a little bit. I'm going in with the Technic Hydra Set and Blur powder, and I'm just going to take a little bit of this on a little triangle puff and just set down the centre. I still want the outsides and like my cheeks to look really nice and glowy, but I don't want to look greasy. Although I have dry skin, I don't want to look sweaty, and like I say, I've got some other things that I'm wanting to film, so I want this to still look really nice on camera, still be really nice and blurred and sort of set down the centre. So I'm just going to tap this just right where I need to be, a little bit less glowy. So I'm just going to finish off the face with a little bit of my favourite highlight. This is the Makeup Revolution Highlight Reloaded in Just My Type, and I'm just going to put a little bit of this quite far back and quite high up and just really blend that in with the blush. Have I mentioned that this is my favourite highlight. It's just, I'm not gonna say it. You already knew what I was gonna say. It's beautiful. So for brows, I just do the same brows no matter the season. Today I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Instant Lift Waterproof Brow Pencil in neutral brown and the e.l.f. Wow Brow in brunette. So I will be right back when I've got some brows on my head. Okay, so that is the brows on. I also just used that brow pencil and did a few little fake freckles. So although I am absolutely covered in freckles, obviously put foundation on, I lost them a little bit, so I just wanted to highlight a few of them. I also did eyeshadow primer, the Beauty Bay one, of course. Speaking of Beauty Bay, this palette, I'm so excited to be using this again. Honestly, I know you can't get it and I would apologise, but it's one of my all-time favourite palettes. It's the Beauty Bay Retro Love. Just look at this colour story. I'm feeling inspired by the headband. I think I want to do like purples. I would zoom you in, but I don't know how. So I'm just going to leave you where you are and hope that you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and go into this shade on the bottom row called At Last, and I'm just going to work that through the crease. Okay, so I've just buffed that one like right through the crease. I've also wiggled it under the eyes a little bit, and then I want a flat brush and I really want to pack onto the lid that matte purple and then maybe a shimmer, but I want this to be like properly lilac. I'm loving lilac at the minute. I'm also wondering if I maybe should have done my eyes first with the amount of this colour that I want on the lid. It's too late now, but maybe next time I would. Whoa, did you see that? I'm going to be really careful and pack that matte purple all over the lid. Oh, in fact, it's much more pigmented packing that on with my finger. And that's like really impactful on like the first swipe. I don't know why I'm surprised. I already love this palette. Just playing with it again, I'm like, I remember why I love this palette. So then I am just going back in with that brush to make sure that that colour is like right on the inner corner of the lid, right down to the lash line. But honestly, that is like the perfect colour to match my headband. Is it not? I love it. I'm gonna use a bit of that purple shimmer because it's me, and honestly I'm a magpie. Just let me live my shiny life. Going to use my finger again and I will just put that right on the centre of the lid. I feel like for me and the way that I like to do my makeup, honestly Beauty Bay just peaked with this palette. Like, it doesn't get better than this for me. It's top tier. I couldn't do better even if I sat and picked all of the colours myself. It's the most incredible colour story. Like, the variety that you can get from the one palette is just mind-blowing. So I brought over a brown liquid liner, and as much as I am looking forward to using a brown liquid liner for spring, that's the whole vibe. I feel like this pastel needs a black liquid liner, so it's here. So it's the same brand, but I just feel like, I don't know, maybe it's the black top, I don't know, something. I just feel like I need a black liquid liner, so I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna do a black liquid liner. I'm gonna do my mascara whilst I'm off as well, because honestly I don't change up my mascara for the seasons, but I'm gonna use the Makeup Revolution Wispify False Lash, which also matches the whole vibe. And I'll be right back. We'll do the lips together. Okay, so that is the liner and mascara done. I also, whilst I was off, changed my battery and I put a little bit, and you know, I'm here, I'm doing it again. I'll put a little bit more on, of Love Train, this bright white, which is just beautiful. I put a little bit of that right on the inner corner, and here I am putting more on because I'm a magpie. Honestly, I feel like a wing and an inner corner is just, that is no makeup to me. I'm here for it. I love it. So for the lips, I already had a little bit of lip balm on, so I'll just get a little bit of tissue, wipe that off. And for the lips, I feel like a lip liner and a lip balm, or a lip liner and a lip oil, you know, that sort of hydrating combo is what I want all spring. It's what I want all year round, but a lot of the time I'm like a lipstick kind of gal. I feel like I'm really in my lip liner, lip balm combo era at the minute. I have really been loving this combo, so this is what I'm wanting to highlight today because I think it's fantastic. The MUA Intense Colour Lip Liner, and this is in Super Nude, with the Hydra Juice Peptide Lip Balm. This is in Watermelon Sorbet, but they have a few different shades of this. It is pretty much clear. If I just get a little bit of this on the back of my hand, it is like the lightest amount of pink. Can you see that? I think you can. It's the lightest amount of pink, which obviously you could use that phrase to describe my skin tone, the lightest amount of pink. I really like this lip liner lip balm combo. If you are a pale gal, this is the nude combo that you need. So going in with the lip liner first, just on bare skin, pretty much bare. I almost feel like this lip liner is giving me concealer lips, but I just turned 30. I was raised on concealer lips, so I really like this look. It's coming around again. Hello. I'll just go in with a little bit of the lip balm over the top, and you'll see it's not like the most incredible amount of colour, but it's really nice and thin. Hello. Hi. We've got a visitor. She's just going to sit on the arm of my chair now, rumbling. She was making biscuits on it earlier. If you've got a cat, you know what I mean. Excuse me, don't knock things over. I'm trying to work here. Let me just finish talking about this lip combo, okay? And then I'll give you a fuss. Deal? She doesn't agree to the deal. This lip combo, if you are pale, if you are incredibly fair, such as myself, it is properly nude. It's the slightest little bit pink. It's the tiniest little bit pink, but it's like a wearable nude, and honestly, because it's a lip balm, it just feels like nothing at all. Oh, she's off now. Got my chair back. So that's the finished look. Is that everything I wanted to talk about today? I think so. Honestly, I don't even want to take this headband off. I feel fabulous. Let me know, what are your favourite products coming into spring? I feel like I can't concentrate because she's on the floor down here rumbling at me. Let me know, what are your favourite products coming into spring? What is your go-to makeup look for spring? I've definitely got some other makeup looks that I would consider like my staple sort of don't even need to think about it makeup looks. So if you want to see more pastel-y spring makeup looks, do let me know. More than happy to film some more colourful spring makeup. I feel like I can feel myself coming alive. The nights are lighter. I am so here for it. Let me know. Let me know if there's anything else that you want to see. If you are new here, hi, welcome. My name is Millie. I promise I'm not always this scatty. I post 3 times a week on a Monday, Wednesday and a Friday. Although for the last month, I've been posting 4 days a week. I've also been posting on a Sunday, so 3/4 days a week. I always review new makeup releases, always drugstore, always affordable, always cruelty free. That is all we do here. I'd love it if you would subscribe down below. I promise I'm not always this all over the place. I'm a lot more concise usually. I mean, that's a lie. I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not. But if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. That really does help me out ever so much. And if you have any thoughts about any of the products, or you just want to say hello to the cat, leave it down below in the comment section. That really does help me out also if you leave a comment. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye.